So this is just a very quick overview of the guided costs to the trip itself, where we went, the distances, and yeah, what it cost at the charging station. So I'll give you a quick run through of that. So hopefully this helps a little bit. So we started in Bristol, obviously charged overnight, about £6, £6.50 for the 8 hours on charge at home on a next drive tariff overnight, 7 hours load charged over to Calais Eurotunnel. Charged there for 45 minutes, had a coffee in the Holiday Inn, about £27 to charge that. Then across to Champfleury, 3.5 hours, restaurant, had a coffee, had some food whilst charging, 38 minutes there, £30 to charge, and then into Switzerland. That was the problem beyond here. Rothenburg was nice and easy, IoT charges, 22 minutes just to top up. May have gone a bit longer because the problem we had was it's all mountains between Lucerne and over the top there to our next destination, so we had to stop at Maloja Pass. Luckily there was a charger station, 20 minutes on charge, £12. I would have paid 50 to get us down because we were running out of charge. Mountains and electric cars do not work very well, and the planning that we did slightly let me down a bit. So Maloja, only a short distance down to Silvaplana. That was the most beautiful charging station in my opinion I think I've ever been to. Blue sky, lakes, and we went for a swim whilst charging. £45, a bit more expensive in Switzerland. Moving on then over to, we went through St Moritz and carried on across in towards Austria. Again, mountains, a lot of lakeside driving, quite a few hilly parts, so that was quite hard. Got to Monza, that was the longest journey. 399 kilometres. It was a long trip because of the windy roads, but we stayed there, charged up, and then moved on as we're heading across to Vienna, which is where we're going to be stopping overnight. Didn't need to charge there because plenty of charge still left on, 231 kilometres, and then beyond Vienna. So we're heading back out across. So we had a problem with one of the chargers, switched on to IoT, not a problem at all. And yeah, continued on our way. So Fraunhofen entered Germany. Little place outside Horn. Again, OMV, nice little place there. We got some food, had a drink before moving on to Czech Republic, which wasn't far. And we knew we'd have charges in Písek, which was my plan, although it didn't work. So luckily, still had plenty of charge left on there. And then we found a couple of little smaller chargers in Czech, 10-15 minutes or 10 minutes away from where we were staying, so that was nice and easy. 75 kilowatt charger. I went there a couple of times just to top up before the journey on to Nuremberg. Nuremberg, fantastic charging station, dedicated EV charging, haven't seen that before. 4 or 5 chargers on the forecourt, small shop, vending machine within the shop itself. Plenty of charge on that, onto Frankfurt, which we knew the hotel had a charger on board. It was only 22.5 kilowatt, but it gave us enough, or 22 kilowatt, but it gave us enough to charge 7 hours on that one, 6 hours I think it might have been. Plenty then to get us on to Havenkeln in Germany. This was heaven because there was a pizzeria, we had some food, well I say heaven, the food was interesting, but it filled us up on the way through then to Amsterdam, and we had a night in Amsterdam. We knew there was a charger within 25 minutes away. This was perfect because it was our first foray into the real world again. I say the real world because there was a Starbucks there. We actually had a good coffee, sat down, enjoyed, relaxed, and then headed back to the ports. And that was again long charge, 40 minutes there. We had food inside, got drinks before heading back to Bristol, and that was all covered within the one charge. So all in all, it was an easy, we planned the route, part of the mountains, that was the issue. 2,700 miles, 9.5 hours of charging in between those 16 days. About 300 miles, 285 to 300 miles per full charge. And it was easy, it was fantastic. So as long as you plan it, and I will now take into consideration mountains moving forward, there are no real issues. I was hoping that gives a little overview of the kind of layout, where we charged. The charge points that we'd kind of factored in, we let the route planner take the strain for the majority of it, but it didn't quite work with the mountains, and now I know to leave a little bit more, or bring the stops a little bit closer to the mountain ranges. It's my fault completely. Should have thought that one through. Going up and down mountains, it's going to drain the battery, and it came close to needing to get somebody out to recover us, but we made it with a few percent, now 2% left on the battery. We were then going downhill, so there would have been some recharge, but we can't afford to leave those situations to chance, so I think I learnt my lesson on that one. But beyond that, the rest of the trip, we planned it, it was easy, and yeah, you can see the maps there. As long as you plan that, you got no problems, so hopefully that helped a little bit.